Hi friends, in this video I will give you a brief introduction to the application Scratch Junior. This is for kids 5 years and above. It is an excellent application using which kids can create their own animated projects. It is really a fun activity for kids. Kids really enjoy it. This can also be considered as a stepping stone for kids towards coding. So let's get started. It's a free application and your kids program a character or different characters to behave in a particular way. You can create your animated projects with this application. You can install it in your mobile from the Play Store. Also, to install it in your PC or laptop, you can go to the following link. I will give this link in the description box as well. Alright, now when you install the Scratch Junior application, you get this window. Now first I'll click on this home icon. So let us see what we get when I click on this home icon. You get this particular window. Let us understand the various elements in this window. Here you can see it will display all the projects that you have created till now. These are the saved projects. These two are the saved projects. If I want to create a new project, I want to make a new project, I click on this plus button. The next, when I click on the question mark, I get sample project. So you can also view this and understand how to create a project. Next, when I click on this setting button, you can select language of your choice. I have selected English. When I click on this book icon, this is basically the user guide. You can read this to get a clear idea about the application. Alright. Now when I click on the when I click on the new project, I get this window. Now I'll explain you different elements in this window. This is what you have to understand to create your project. The first thing, that is the stage. So this is known as the stage. Stage is where the character performs whatever you have programmed it to do. This is the character. Now characters, you can have many characters in this and you can program them to behave in a certain way. This is the pages. Now here, since I have only one stage, I have just started, so I have just one page. To add on more pages, you can click on this plus button. Alright, you can see the character. See, there are three main windows. If you see, this is the stage where I can see my character performing. Whenever one page is created, it will be reflected here. And related, like if I am talking about my page 1, what are the characters? I can see the characters here. Alright, since I have only one character, I see only one character here. If I want more characters, I will click on this plus button. So we'll see it in the software. I'll click on the home button. Whatever we learned, home button, you can see these are the save projects. If I click on this plus, I will make a new project. So I want to create a project. I click on the plus button. So I get this window. Since I have only one character, I can see here only one character, one page only. I can click on this to add more pages. See, if I click here, you can see I have more pages. Like this, I can have 4 pages only. If I want to, I will take my first page. If I want to add a character, what I do is, I will click here on the plus sign. You can see there are different characters. Whichever character you are interested in, you can just pick any character from here. Say for example, so you can see here I have my second character. Now what if I don't want my this first character? How do I delete it? Simply press the mouse. You will get this red cross. You can delete it from here. So this is how you delete a character from the stage. Now this character, I can, move it anywhere in the stage. physical properties. If I want to edit, I can do it using this button. You can see a brush kind of button here. So this is to edit the character, physical appearance of the character. So when I click, I get this particular window. Now here, what all things you can see is, suppose I want to change this color. So I will click on this fill color button, this, and then I'll select a particular color. So I select pink color and then I will click here. So the color changes. Now if I want to change the color of the pant, again I click on the fill color button. I will select a particular color, say black, and then I'll click on this. Now you can see there's no face here. Now if I want to add a face, what I can do is I can use the camera to click photograph of the person sitting in front of the camera. Apart from that, you can use these lines to, this draw the eyes and all. This is basically a line. This gives you a freehand pencil kind of thing. Whatever you want to create, you can create it. See, I've selected this thin line, hence I'm getting thin line. If I select fat line, so I'll get a fat line, which I don't want. So I will undo. You can undo it from your top left. So I undo it. The second is if you want to draw a circle. So I select this. You can see I get a circle. Again, I don't want it. So I undo it. So this is for your square and this is for your triangle. And these are if you want the lines to be thin or fat. These are the ranges you can select. Say I click on this copy duplicate button and suppose I click on this. So you see it has got copied. Now if I want to cut some part of a particular object, I want to cut entire object, I select on this scissor kind of icon. So see, if I click this, it will get cut. Also you can change the name. If I want to change the name, say I name it Kavya and I click OK. So you can see in the left hand side, the name of the character is now changed. Now after understanding the three main parts of the software, we'll move to different aspects in this application. All right. So this is the presentation mode, basically to make your animation play in full screen mode. The next is to see the XY grid. I want to know the coordinate of this character, where exactly it is placed. I use this XY grid. The next is to select the background. You can see here you simply have a white screen. You can have different backgrounds. There are many backgrounds in this inbuilt in this application. I'll show you. So this I said to get the full screen view. So you can see your now stage has been viewed in full screen mode. To exit, again in the left corner you can see you can exit from there. This to see the grid where your character is located. I usually don't use it. So again, if I click on that, the grid disappears. Now the background, to select the background, I will go to this gallery type icon and you can see there are so many options which are inbuilt in this software. So you can select any background of your choice. So I select this, any background. This is a city background. Click on this to select it. Also, you can click on this blank background. When you click on this white blank background, what happens is your camera gets activated and whatever is a live background, you can select that. You can click a photograph and you can customize your own background. I am not doing that. You can try it. So I'm selecting this background. So I get this character placed in that particular background. All right, let us see the next icon, what it stands for. This is the text box. Now using this, I can give heading, subheading to my stage. You just have to click on this and then start typing and give some heading to your stage. The next is like what happens is I will program this character to perform some task, and there are chances that it might be placed somewhere else at the end of the performance. So if I want to reset the character's position, I use this icon. The next is the green flag or the run program. Basically, there are options of, you program your character and then you want to start the program. We say run the program. So there are different options of running the program. We generally select the green flag to run the program. Okay, yeah, these are very important. They are blocks. We call them as blocks. Basically, they are set of different commands. Each block has different commands. Now here in this particular window, I have selected this arrow, the second block, and here you can see the different blocks, sub blocks in that particular block. Arrow basically stands for motion, and these are the different motions in which you can make your character move. All right. So this is the block palette, you call it, or sub blocks. Basically, they are the set of commands in the selected main block. All right, I'll go to the Scratch software and whatever I just explained, I will show you there. Now see these blocks that I was talking about and the sub blocks or the block palette. Here, before I forget, this right hand side, this is the undo. You can see here you have 6 main blocks, and here they are the sub blocks of a particular block or the block palette. So first block is known as the trigger block. So using this, selecting this, I can select the way in which I want my character to start the program. Like, wait, I'll first select the motion block. So this arrow, the blue one, is known as the motion block. So I select the motion block. Here you can see I can program my character to move in different directions. Say what you have to do is you just have to drag this and place it down. Now this white portion is known as the programming area. And when I say I take this block, I connect it here, I take another block, I connect it here, you have to connect them properly. Only then they are getting connected. So after one block, the other block will get executed. These are basically commands. I'm giving command to my character to do a particular task. So this set of commands is known as your program or your code. So hence I said that it is a stepping stone towards coding for your little kids. Now I can make this character. What am I doing? I'm making it walk in the right direction one step, then jump up, move up one step, and then rotate by one angle, by some angle, but only once. So how do I execute it or how do I run it? Simply by tapping on the first block. So you can see something happened, right? Now I'll reset it. So you can see the function of this button also. I've reset the position of the character. So this was one way to run the code, to execute this. The other way is this trigger block, the yellow one. So when I select this, I have different ways of making this character perform this. Say if I use the second one and I place it here. This is basically when I touch the character, it should start performing what the task. So I will click on this character. You see, this is the way of actually running the code. Again, I will reset and I'll show the other way of executing the code. I will separate this and simply I put to, remove a particular block, you can just place it back. Now I use this green flag generally. So now when you see this green flag in the top, which I explained is basically to run the code. So when I will go to the presentation mode, that means full screen mode, and I will click on this green flag. So the character will perform the task that I have programmed it to do. All right, so you saw. Now I'll exit this. I will reset it. The third one. So I remove this. You can have only one triggering option. at a time. So I replace this and I take the third one. Basically, it is when other character touches the present character, then this code will get executed. To understand it better, I will select a character, say any character, say I select this girl. All right. Now this I keep it here so that I will make it move in the left direction and it touches the first character. Because what I have written here is my this code, the three blue lines, the blue blocks will get executed when a character will touch the present character, which I've named as Kavya. So I go to the motion block, which is the blue block. I take the left direction one and I simply drag it and bring it in the programming area. Now what I do is I will select the trigger mode for second character as the flag. I take this flag one and I place it here. Again, I'll explain it. When I click on this flag button, this code will get executed, which is just one code, one line code, that is move it in the left direction. But what happens is when this moves in the left direction, this will touch the first character and my second character, my this first character, that is Kavya, will get triggered when my second character will touch it, and then this code will get performed. So let us go to presentation mode and I'll press the flag. Can you see? Till this character is touching the first character, that code will go on executing. So this is the third way of triggering. I'll remove this flag, and as I said, you can have only one trigger option at a time. So I'll replace this flag. What I do is I take this down. Now what is this envelope? Clearly we can understand that it is something related to message. So what this open envelope actually says, the open envelope is actually receiving message. When you receive message, you open it. And this closed one is you are sending someone a message. I'll make the second character send a message. Now how do you send a message? Click down, you have 6 different colors. So for example, I select the red color, any color you can select. I can select the red color. Now what is happening is the second character, this, all right, the child character is sending someone red message. Now what I do to the first one, Kavya, is I'll make her receive this red message. So I will click down. I will take the open envelope, which is nothing but the receive message block. I will place it here and I will select the red one only. Why? Because the child character is sending a red message, which will be received by Kavya. So I'll go to the child character. I will take this flag. Now I'm not contradicting my statement. I said at a time you can have only one triggering option. Sending message is not a triggering option. Hence, I can select any of the 4 triggering options. So I've selected the flag. Now I go to the presentation mode. All right. Okay, this character also moved because I had programmed it. If you see, I had made her move one direction left. Hence, she moved in the left. But first, what happened? She sent a message. She received. Kavya received. First, Kavya performed, and then she moved in the left direction. This is how the flow of the commands are. So this is all with the trigger block. We'll go to the next block, that is the motion block. Now here you can make your character move in other directions. And that too you can change the number of steps. Here I'm making it move in the I'm making her move just one step in the left direction. You can change it. How do you change it? Click here down where number 1 is written. You click there. In the right hand side you get a keypad. So you can select any number that you desire, say 25, any number. Okay, I'll undo it because I don't want to move it in so many steps. So I select step 4. So now the second character will move in left direction 4 times. All right, so you saw she moved in the left direction 4 times. I'll reset the position. Okay, so this is to, rotate it in clockwise, anti-clockwise, jump, etc. I'll go to the next block, that is the purple block. This purple block is also known as looks block. Basically, it is how your character appears. So the first block is nothing but I take the first block, I attach it here. It is a text block. What happens is whatever message you want to display related to that character, you can do it. So here I have selected the second character. I'll say hi. If you want to change, you simply type it. I don't want to change it. Let her say hi. So I will play this. I will press the green flag. All right. So can you see this hi? Oh, I'll play it again so that you can see it. See your hi. Okay. I'll remove it. Now we'll see the next. Now I'll explain. I won't run the entire code. I'll just explain you each sub block. I will place this character here so that you can see the changes when I run this particular block. Character will increase 2 times when I click on this block. So did you see the size increased? So the size will shrink 2 times. Next is, okay, as it is, to remain as it is. I'll place them again to increase the size, to shrink the size of the character. Now this, when I click on this, the character will disappear. So see, the character disappeared. Now I want the character back. So I use the next sub block. When I click on this, my character will come back in the screen. All right, so here is my character. All right, the next green block is the sound block. Here you have a pop kind of sound which you can attach it here. Also, you can customize it. Say whatever you want to say, just press on this mic button, then click on the red button, record whatever you want, and then you will get it here. And then you can place it here. You can just drag it and place it here to hear what you have recorded. Right, we'll see the next block, that is the control block, the orange color. So here you can see there are 4 control sub blocks. The first one is basically stop, means you give a time, perform a particular task after this much delay. You are just incorporating delay here. When I press the green flag, a red message will be sent by this character, and then she will wait for 10 steps. After that, she will move 4 steps in the left direction. So you saw that after some delay, she moved in the left direction. Now this is to make the child run. Make the child run in different speed. You select the down arrow, you have different speeds. So if I select the last one, that is the maximum. Now what is this? This blocks that I'm connecting, they are known as your program, all right, or the program script. Now I click on the flag. So she will move in the left direction very fast because I've increased the speed. This is basically to make the character run in different speed. All right, now this character moved in the left direction 4 times and then it stops. If I want to, make this character repeat the same step, say 6 times. So what I do is I take this loop thing and I place it here. So now what is written, the child will, I'll remove this clock because unnecessarily it is adding delay. So I'll remove this. I don't even want this. I directly connect it here. So now what happens is my character is going to move in the left direction 4 steps, and this particular block will be repeated 4 times. Now the advantage of using this loop thing is you can have one more block inside this. So I take this direction, I remove this loop thing, I'll detach it, I connect this here, Then I connect the hop. I'll take the hop one. And now I will repeat these two blocks, 4 times. So I click on the flag button, so she will jump. So I hope you've understood the advantage of having this loop. You can, repeat these blocks, more than one block, you can repeat it n number of times. Now if I want to stop the character while it is in motion, I will use the second button and I will place it separately in the programming area. You can understand its effect only when you place it separately. Now to start the program, I click on the green flag, and if I want to stop the character, I'll simply click on the stop. So it will stop its motion. To understand the effect of this button, it is necessary that the character should be in motion. The last block, that is the end block, which is in the red color. This is simply, the first one is simply end. So I can place it here that my program starts when I click on the green flag and it ends here. I want to repeat this entire program. See this yellow loop. The yellow loop is actually repeating only two commands, right? And that too a finite number of time, that is 4. Now, if I want this thing to happen infinite number of times, what I can do is I can take this second one, which is infinite loop. I place it at the end. I don't need this yellow thing actually, and I remove it. So now, instead of just 4 times this thing that had got repeated, now I will make it happen infinite number of times. So I go to the presentation mode, it will not end only, it will just keep on doing that till I stop the program. So I stop it using this. You can see in the right hand side, the top corner, I use that exit button to stop it. And I come out of the presentation mode. Now what are these? This is like if I want, I said we can create 4 different pages, and I can I can connect all the 4 pages and make one big project. All right. So this is my first page. If I want, after the execution of the first page, automatically the second execution of second page should take place. So what I have to do is I will remove this, then I can end it only in one way. So I take this and I say after execution of this, my second page should open. I have not done anything on the second page, so it will just appear. So I click on the green flag. All right, so you saw. So this is how you link different pages to your first page and you create a project. The last thing, you see this yellow thing. If I click on that, I can save it. I can give it name, whatever name I want, and I can save it. So I hope you've understood how to use this application and are ready to create projects. Kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you.